I think Donald Trump's singular contribution to this country and the world is by his presence exposing a lot of things a lot of us believed as fraudulent, as lies. It's changed my life watching it. But the single biggest lie that Donald Trump has exposed is that this is a functional democracy, when in fact, it's a country oppressed by a small group of its unhappiest citizens for their own benefit. And the promise of this campaign is that Donald Trump will return this country to its owners. And that's its population, that's its people, that's its citizens. And I pray fervently that that happens. I mean it. That's why I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I told you that the ship was leaking oil. I told you that those right-wing, radical conservatives, they was falling off the map, man. The days is over for them. It's over, right? So now you had Donald Trump. He ran off of Maga, Make America Great Again, and I'm trying to figure out, when was America ever great for anybody other than W folks, elite W folks? When was it ever great, right? So he had Tucker Carlson campaigning hard for him. And both of his times when he was running to be elected president. Tucker Carlson brother wrote speeches for him. I mean, they went hard in the paint. He used his platform to push Trump, and everything was about Trump. Now, all of a sudden, Tucker Carlson has had a change of heart, and he's been coming after the embattled president. He's coming after Donald Trump and with everything that he got. But he's not the only person that's turned their backs on Donald. Right? Megyn Kelly has turned her back on Donald Trump. And we know that Megyn Kelly is a staunch W supremacist. She's come out and said all kinds of things about black people, Native American people, all kinds of people, right? She's just, anybody that's not Anglo-Saxon, a W, she's come after them. Candace Owens has been a lapdog for the W supremacist society, right? They used her to talk down on the black community all the time, right? She's even come out against him. Alex Jones, right? And the White House, their response back to that was, Donald Trump said all these people that once supported him, that's now against him, they have low IQ. They just have low IQ, right? But it's getting crazy to the point now where you have Tucker Carlson talking like this. Now, see, I was suspicious. I knew something was sneaky going on, and I knew this W, Tucker Carlson, has something up his sleeve, right? Because all of a sudden, he's sitting down with James Fishback. They mentioning foundational black Americans, and he's trying to cater to our talking points, supporting black Americans over immigrants. He even had some W immigrants on there. He's checking them, right? And saying that you don't come here and get anything over a black person that's been here or a white person that's been here, right? And I was wondering, I'm saying, my radar, my antennas went up. Then I said, oh, he has a large platform. He's well known. This jigger here is running for president. He's going to try to run for president because it's wide open right now. And the Democrats and the Republicans are spiraling out of control. The ship is leaking oil on both sides. And both of them are looking for a savior to rise up out of the ashes and bring some stability back to the country. And now they're vying for a position of who's going to be the one to do it. Will it be the Democrats or will it be the Republicans? And the Democrats are pushing immigration, and they have the black community, foundational black community, all over them, and they're under fire. And MAGA is falling apart, and America is broke, and the tariffs is destroying them. The tariffs is destroying America. All the things Donald Trump promised that he would do, America is incensed, and they want him gone. Right? So now, who's going to come and be the savior? Well, Tucker Carlson said, hey, I'll be your Huckleberry. I'm going to raise my hand, and I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. Right? And a lot of W's are figuring this out, so they're saying this.
Tucker Carlson and his brother are minimizing the role that they played in getting Trump elected. And I'm going to show you the apology part of this in a second, but Tucker Carlson is not a small figure in the MAGA movement. He has a tremendous audience. He led those people straight to Donald Trump. He carried water for Donald Trump. He raised money for him. He wrote speeches for him. He was a key, integral part of the reason that Donald Trump got elected in 2024. And he did it despite knowing full well who Donald Trump was and what he was going to do. He did it refusing to listen to people like me and Kamala Harris and a lot of other people, including people who were very close to Donald Trump, who said everything that has happened in this last year was going to happen. That he was going to start another war, that he was going to crash the economy, that he was going to go after his political opponents, that he was going to steal from the American people to make himself one of the actual richest people on the planet. And Carlson ignored all of that. So why turn on him now? Is it because you've suddenly had a change of heart, or is it because Trump's polling numbers are so bad and he's going to get his ass beat in the midterms alongside a lot of Republicans? Because that's what I think this is about. I doubt the sincerity of videos like this. I doubt the sincerity of people like Tucker Carlson, because I believe, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and others, he's planning to run for president of the United States. We're approaching the post-Trump world, and it's going to happen whether you like it or not. And it means that there's going to be a jump ball for the future of this country. And Carlson sees himself sitting behind the Resolute desk. And that's what he's trying to do now. Distance himself enough and minimize the role that he played in this mess.
Now, all this stuff is a joke, because you even had Nick Fuentes, and y'all know Nick Fuentes is a hardcore racist, and he's been against the black community for a long time, but he even turned his back on Donald Trump. He even came and said, we got to unite all the different ethnic groups in America and different religious groups. We got to unite against Trump because Trump is just evil, right? All of these people are vying for position, right? They're vying for position because they know that the ship is falling, the Titanic is sinking. And there's going to be some new people coming in. And what they're trying to do is align themselves with those people where they can get that money. Like, this whole thing is just crazy. Like, Donald Trump right now knows he's not going to be elected. So he's getting everything that he can get while he's in office, right? He even sent Cash Patel after the Southern Poverty Law Center, right? After that NGO money. Donald Trump ain't playing, right? He getting all that money that them Democrats was getting through them NGOs. He bringing all that money back to them in their pocket, right? And a lot of Republicans are seeing this, and they want to get in that position now, right? And Nick Fuentes is making sure he's aligning himself with the party that's ready to come into power.
But I just had to point out this True Social post. It's one of the most disgusting things. You feel it on a deep spiritual level that something is very wrong here. There is so much evil that surrounds this man. There is so much evil that surrounds this president. Someone like Mark Levin, watch this guy's show. Look at his Twitter. He's filthy. Filthy and diabolical and hateful and demonic. And this is the person that Trump has anointed as a spokesperson. And you see the things that Trump is saying, the things he's saying and doing. It's so cruel. It's so dishonest. It's so flippant and insincere and sarcastic. Wickedness and evil surrounds this man and this White House. And the things that they are doing are wicked and evil. And at this point, it just straight up is a matter of conscience. Do you have a conscience? At what point do you say enough is enough? I get it. If you were riding with Trump because on some level you believe that Trump is going to give us opportunities to plug our guys into the White House or whatever. There's a lot of arguments that were made, even for people that recognized his faults. People must recognize this is not right. You know in your heart of hearts, this is wrong. On Easter, could it even get more clear? And it's not to say, but it's Easter, but it's true. Out of all the days, out of all the circumstances, you are the commander-in-chief, you're the leader of the free world, you're the president of the United States, and it's Easter. Show some respect. Show some decorum. Some things are sacred. Death, war, the sacrifice of soldiers, the immolation of innocent people, the resurrection of Christ. These are sacred things. These are things that are due their proper respect and dignity, especially by our leaders. And if you can't do the bare minimum, if you can't even fake it, then you are a diabolical person. And anybody that has fallen under the influence of this, consciously or unconsciously, is worse off because of it. This is sick stuff. And I hope that people have become a little bit more awake about it. If it takes this much, Like I said, better late than never. I don't know how you could have missed it. Bombing Iran, burying the Epstein files. Some people were still making excuses. I don't see how you can do Apologia after that.
These people are so fake. Now all of a sudden they give a damn about Iran. But he made a whole living coming on here disrespecting black Americans, actual Americans. So he cared more about Iranians than he actually cared about Americans where on the soil that he live in, right? Tucker Carlson did the same thing. They made a boatload of money disrespecting my people, right? Now all of a sudden Donald Trump is evil. You guys were evil. You, the Kirk guy that was unalive, all he did was say horrible things about my culture and my community. Horrible things. Never had nothing positive to say. Nick Fuentes just came out and said he hated us, right? Tucker Carlson said some very disparaging and nasty things about us, right? Let me tell you something, man. This whole political thing is political theater. Donald Trump's job was to come in and do just what he did with America, right? We're going into the 2030 agenda for sustainable development and rights for women and girls, right? You see women coming into power all around the world because by 2030, they want to have equal rights between male and females. They want women to have equal power. It is politically, socially, economically to men. Look it up. The UN 2030 agenda, not my words, right? Trump's job is to go in when they gave you a so-called black president, right? They had a woman run for president that didn't make it, but you're going to eventually have a woman now coming in America as president. It's coming. 2030 agenda is in full effect, right? Look it up, read a book, study, look at Klaus Schwab, the Great Reset, and what they're doing. And why you have a president over there in Mexico and in so many other nations, the UN, you have a woman that's running the UN. And the spokesman for the UN is a woman, right? So this is a global agenda. And it's coming, right? It's happening right in front of your face. But it's all political theater, man. Because you have powerful people that you don't know behind the scenes pulling the strings. Now all of a sudden they're mad at Trump because he went after Iran and he's supporting that small hat group, which all presidents have always supported. Man, y'all not fooling me. Foundational Black Americans, stand up. Pay attention to what's going on in the landscape. Study the playbook. And you find out where do you fit in all this and get the things that benefit you. That's it. Just work to get the things that benefit you. All right? So if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.